What's happening? Good evening. Welcome to another session. All right, today I want to show you guys some stuff with the charts. We got a peach tree that's bearing some fruit right now. What's happening, family? We're at the peach tree right now. Like the crypto market, like the markets. Period. The fruits come, they bear, they're gone. So you got to get them while you can, or you'll lose out. So always remember to take profit. This is the epitome of taking profit. I want to get to the charts shortly, but I just want to say give thanks to everyone on this journey. I'm now starting off my trading journey, so if you guys want to follow along with me, that'll be great. As my locks come in, you can see my freaking account grow, and we can grow together. So today, let's cut to the charts. Let's do some breakdown. For those who don't know, I'm an ICC trader. What does that mean? I'm following the philosophy of indication, correction, and continuation. Boy, trading by Cy, put me onto this. Shout out to my other boy, Echo. Shout out to the team, Mr. Man. Basically, this is just the continuation of that understanding. The crypto market is going to be moving in a certain direction. We have to take advantage of these opportunities that are in front of us. And with that said, I'm learning how to trade. Still a little questioning on where to place my money, what markets to use, what broker to use. Right now, I'm signed up to Kraken, Coinbase. I think that's about the only two I'm really using primarily. Dex Screener is my tool. You can use TradingView, but you won't find all of the assets on TradingView. So we use Dex Screener. We do use TradingView when we're ready. And overall, I'm just going to show you my markup, set some profit and take losses. I haven't really invested into any brokerage at the moment, so we can't. I got to get to the point where I can trade like a regular trader in terms of selling. That's one thing we can't do. I can buy the asset, sell the asset when it goes high, but I can't make money on the way down. So that's one thing I want to take advantage of. So with that said, join me on the back end. Let's hit the charts and let's see what we can figure out for today's play. All right, give thanks, y'all. Mic check, mic check. All right, I hope you guys are doing good today. So we're just gonna go through my market outlook. Basically, we're using ICC, indication, correction, continuation, and I'm just going to show you my breakdown on the charts. We're applying this concept to crypto. The asset today, or we'll run through like two assets, Kita and another one called Mocha. These are showing a lot of good price action, so I just wanted to demonstrate how the system works from my perspective, right? Let me switch up these colors real quick. So if you don't know what ICC is a trading concept that was mastered by a guy named Trading from Cy. Check him out. Basically what we have going on here is the market is predictable in certain ways. And one thing it likes to do, it likes to make a controlled descent or controlled ascent to a certain price level. So with that in mind, we want to demonstrate how this is going to actually play out. So you can see previous history. This was August 13th. We're currently in this particular area for today. Being that it's crypto, this thing's trading 24/7. So we had a strong uptake, and this is where the concept comes in. This is the indication to the upside. We have the correction, and then we have the continuation. And again, if you look even closely, we're on the 15-minute chart right now just because it makes it clearer. Another indication, a correction, continuation. Indication, correction, continuation. It's choppy, but here it is at this price level, call it support, call it resistance, the indication is that it breaks support. So here it is breaking the support level. That's our indication. Here's the pullback, a little red there is your correction, then your continuation, and then does it again, indicates, corrects, continues. Now it does this up to this particular area, and when it starts to change its delivery. Now I have this area marked out because this is where sellers are sitting. Sellers do not want price to go any higher than this level, and you can clearly see that by the different attempts that price tries to break past this level. And you can see clearly it's not going past. So we know there's a strong seller market at the $1.54 area. All right, and as we get to that $1.50 area, we see the buyers come in strong and start to buy off. Here's the correction. Now I don't have it marked out, but as we get to a higher high, all right, let me get this marked out. And then just get a different color set. You can clearly see we hit this point. This will be our high or low. It rejects off this high, and what we're waiting for at this point now, because right now it's ranging and it's in this range, we're waiting for either it to break through this high, indicating that the sellers are the buyers are no longer in control, or it breaks this support level and it shows that now the buyers are in control. So clearly you can see that again it rejects, corrects, rejects, and then it indicates, which means it breaks its delivery structure, indicates, corrects, and then continues. This is our first continuation to the downside. So if you were in the trade, if you were in your trade now, you would be waiting for the next major delivery. It takes some time to happen. You thought it was going, and again, you could have got stopped out, but this is why you always have to have your stop losses checked, because it does make an indication and it does attempt to continue. So again, sorry about that. Let us come here, grab another array. Oh, down here. All right, because that's our low at this timeline on 11. So it hits this low, or rejects off of it. Okay, so now this is our new indication. We're waiting for this to break through this to go on the downside. Again, it's ranging now. It has a bigger range of operation, but it's still ranging. You could be making money in this area, but you have to be mindful that price has been rejecting off of this level. So to think it's going to break through, I wouldn't push it. All right, so let's say you did get in on this trade and it was going back up. It stopped, breaking this level support. That's your indication, right? Here's your correction. Here's tries to go back up in that direction, but as we know through market structure, the higher highs, higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher lows. It's a lower low. So this is still, as you see, it didn't break this low. Oh no, we're going back here. We would still think it's on an uptrend at this point because it hasn't broken this low yet. But at the same time, as it comes up, it hasn't broken this high yet. So because it hasn't broken this high, still treat it as an indication, and boom, there's your correction. But again, it hasn't broken support. It's still ranging. This is where a lot of people lose money, because you would think that it's going in either direction, and it's right now just ranging. Buyers are here, sellers are here strong, right? So as the buyers bring the price back up past this indication, all right, cool, but sellers are not letting it pass. So we get a sell-off, right? And again, it hasn't broken structure, so we know it's still within range. So it's an indication, correction. Sorry, let's say higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. And you see right now our state of delivery has changed. So we're now in a downtrend. So if you'll be getting in, here's your correction. It breaks structure, breaks this price point. All right, cool. Here's your correction. So right now you would know through this delivery you're on a downtrend, because again you have lower lows and lower highs. All right, you're on a downtrend. You break your market structure right here. Here's your correction. Here's your continuation. All right, that would be a nice trade to get into. But again, you have a strong break of structure right here. So again, you would have to have your stop loss set, so that way you could have captured this correction. And again, can I get closer? Right, you could see that the market does break the high of that and continues up. It's choppy, choppy, choppy. Again, break structure, corrects slightly, drops again. So now we are on downtrend. You could have, if you had hold your trade for the day, you would have been okay if you held it. But again, if you had put your stop loss anywhere here, stop loss would have been best to be right here. So we come down some more, hit your hit this lower low that we're tracking, the supply level, and we're ranging. Again, holding your trade, and there's the correction, there's the indication right here. Again, comes down, breaks structure, hits our new low. Now we know buyers are sitting right here, and they bought the market back up. Here's your higher high, higher low, but it doesn't break your high point at this point. So we know we're still in a downtrend. It hasn't broken the high yet. So as we continue, we're ranging. Again, here's our indication, breaks that structure, corrects itself, breaks the structure again. We're on a downtrend. Again, it's ranging, indicates, corrects, and then continues to the low trend. So here's our higher low, here's our lower low. It corrects again, hasn't broken this higher low yet. So this is the new higher low. So we know we're still on the downtrend. So again, you would have gotten in here, protect your stop loss, waited for it to break this particular low. Once it breaks that low, then you know that you're on the downtrend. All right. Again, so we're here, it broke your structure, that's your indication, hits your lower, corrects itself. Now where you want to put your entry point is right here at that low, waiting for that low to be broken. You're in the action as momentum comes in, and you break your structure. Now this is at 2 o'clock 1400, which is 2 o'clock. The market's still open. You bring it down to this lower point level again, and we just watch the structure create certain resistance levels. We're waiting for it to break structure now. It indicates, tries to correct, gives us a strong indication because it breaks structure. But again, it doesn't pass this high yet. So are we on an uptrend? No, we're still on a downtrend because it hasn't broken the high of all times. It has broken this high, giving us our indication. It has broken this high, giving us our indication, but it hasn't broken this high to say that, hey, I'm on an uptrend of all time. So no. So this is our indication here. And then our continuation. Or sorry, this is the indication as it hits this point, corrects, but doesn't cross this higher high. It does cross this high, so you could have been thinking yes, but no, we are in a correction point, and then it drops to this new low. So we are now tracking this in real time now to say, hey, now we had a strong selling point. The market did a strong correction. It indicated, didn't hit its low point, but we know that buyers are sitting at this point. So because we know buyers are at this low, we'll target here as a new buying zone, because we are aware that buyers are sitting right there. Our strong buyers are here, but again, they bought up the market here and they bought it strong. We indicated, hit the zone, we corrected, we went back up to this zone, corrected. Again, sellers are sitting here patiently, and now they're selling off the market. Indicate, correct, we're back down. Indicate, correct. Now we're sitting here. So this will be our indication. It hasn't broken the structure yet, so we're waiting for the pullback. If this pullback now happens and it doesn't cross this point, we know that we are going to come back down, and we know the likelihood of it coming back down is in this zone. So we sit and wait. Right now, let me get I'll update you guys as we go. We're going to make a prediction that we're coming down to at least this level. All right, and we're going to put our stop loss. Oh shucks, where was this? I can't remember where this was. We're going to put our stop loss at this level. All right, let's get a little closer. This is the 5 minute we're marking up right now. So as we can see, market's making a correction. We're going to set our stop loss. I'll give it some room to breathe. This right now is an 8-to-1 reward. Let's see if we go to the 1 hour. See, we're on a strong downtrend, coming down on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. It's also making a strong downtrend. So we have confluences over our timelines that we're in a downtrend. So we're realistically waiting for this correction to happen. In fact, you know what? I feel more comfortable if I was putting my stop loss here, because this is a zone at which it's likely to go up. Now we wait. That's one thing I'm learning about the market, is you got to be patient. And then we want to put an alert. Sorry about the back and forth, guys. All right, so we're setting the structure. So I'm going to put an alert here. At 1.21. One point 1.219. .95, and we will see what happens at that point. And then also, yeah, you can see right now the market's creeping up. So this is our indication. No, this was our indication here. It's going to correct itself, and then we're waiting for it to come back down. So we have our stop loss set at this zone, and we're waiting for it to cross this zone into profit. So 120, another alert, 12077. Okay, so we're waiting for it to pull back. Will it pull back this high? If it goes past this point, then we know it's on an uptrend. Okay, we're waiting for it to cross over and do its thing and come back down. So it's correcting right now. Again, indication, hit this level. We're having now the pullback happening right now as we speak. And we'll see what happens as time transpires. I'll come back to you guys on this particular pair. Let's do one more. Mocha. Same thing with Mocha. We're having some choppiness right now. It's technically on a downtrend, but it's a matter of time before it goes back or comes back down. I'm not going to mark up this one too much, but you can clearly see I have it set. Since we're in the 5 minute, let's go to the 15. Let's go to 4 hour. All right, you can see we're on a downtrend on 4 hour. Come down. We had an indication upwards, but we need more structure for it to go back up. So realistically, this one's not clear yet. You can see we hit this area of support, got sold off. I tried to come back up, didn't make it, so we're technically on a downtrend. So we're indicating we're in the correction phase at the moment. Once it corrects itself, it should plummet like a rock. So let's set ourselves up for a short position. Hit the short position. We're at least going to try to hit our first TP. I'm going to cover myself off at this relative high. This is a 2-to-1. Let's go to 3-to-1. Let's bring it down to 3-to-1 in this area. Okay, so we want to set our levels. So set our alerts at 7324. That will let us know that if we're going if our trend has changed, and then we're setting a 0.7. All right, 0.7128. Okay. Across that level, we know we should be taking profits, right? Which is right here, 7128. So again, let's see how this all plays out. Let's go back to the 15-minute real quick. So the 15-minute choppy, so we're waiting for these levels to break, for it to break this zone right here. Actually, I want 7212. I remember the price on. I can't change it. We want this level. 7212. 7212. Downtrend TR. All right, and let's see what happens, guys. I don't have anything else for you at the moment, so I appreciate your time, and we'll see you guys on the next market outlook. Again, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see how things transpired. If I have an update before tomorrow, I'll update you. Once again, this is your boy Roland, a Financial New. Give thanks.